Texas is continuing the F around and find out stage. Guess what just hit 0 before Donald Trump's approval rating? Right there. Farm labor attendance, 0. Entire fields, whole crews are ghosting fields, leaving fruits and vegetables to rot because the Donald Trump administration is too busy playing cat and mouse with people who just want to feed America. To the MAGA people who are saying that immigrants are taking your job, this right here is your opportunity. Pick yourselves up by the bootstraps, get those buckets, and pick those strawberries. No more hiding behind those welfare checks that are padded behind blue state dollars. You wanted the raids, you got them. Now get in those fields and pick those fruits and vegetables before you watch the produce aisle turn to a luxury boutique section. Chop chop, MAGA.
Hi lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome to Building the Verse. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. Alright lovelies, let's dive into today's video.
Dozens of Texas farms shut down overnight. Why? Because 100% of the workforce has vanished. It's not a mystery. They haven't gone missing. They've left. Because of immigration raids and policies that treat the people that grow our food, even the ones with work permits, like criminals. No workers means no harvest. Do you think food's expensive now? Just wait. And this isn't just a Texas issue. It's your dinner table, your kids' school lunch, your grocery bill, your local farmer's market. You want America first? Well, guess what? America just ran out of farm workers. And it turns out crops don't pick themselves. We've arrested, detained, or deported the workforce. And now we don't have enough food. There aren't enough people to take care of the livestock either. Guess what? Cows don't feed themselves. Chickens can't clean their own pens. And then they get sick and they die. And there goes your milk, your eggs, and your cheeseburger. This is what happens when we let people write policy who haven't worked a day in their life, especially on a farm, but they never miss a steak dinner. We need migrant workers. We need labor protections for the migrant workers. If the workforce continues to disappear, so will all the food on your plates.
We're here. We are here at the FAFO stage. This is really bad. And if you appreciate my content, please engage with this video. I'm just going to read this to you. Multiple Texas farms shut down after almost 100% of workforce vanishes overnight. In a stunningly swift overnight change, some Texas farm operations had to shut down after losing virtually all of their workforce, an exodus triggered by the increase in immigration raids and increased enforcement. The ripple effects of these raids are the gift that keeps on giving and will be felt nationwide. Unpicked crops are now left unharvested. Livestock were left untended, and rural economies are on edge. The story isn't just a tale of woe for Texas farms. It's a warning for American agribusiness, food prices, and communities that keep food on our plates. I need you to share this with every Republican you know. And you don't even need to wait for their response. They just need to know what's happening. And this is part of my line of work. I deal with commercial farmers, including these small farmers, as clients. And I cannot tell you how this is the beginning of the complete collapse of our economy under this Project 2025 administration that doesn't know what they're doing. You talk about the immediate shuttering of farms, because this is actually what's happening with the food, with the harvests that are lying there completely rotting. That is a loss of food to local food distributors, local grocery stores, local restaurants, hospitals. They sell their harvests, all sorts of vegetables, to businesses within the state of Texas. This is where you can go into your local grocery store, and now you're going to see hardly any vegetables or fruit, depending on what they're growing, or a shortage of meat. This is what's going to happen. Now, all of the other industries that support farming. You've got local pesticide, herbicide, fertilizer suppliers that are just, their sales are going to plummet. These farmers aren't going to be purchasing that. You've got H-2A workers who are now gone, migrant workers who are now gone. They were paying taxes. Even if they didn't have social security numbers, they were given tax numbers, tax ID numbers. So now you got millions of dollars just poof, gone overnight from these Texas communities. You've got trucking companies that are hired to haul the produce from the farms to the packaging plants. You've got packaging plants who wash the vegetables, grade the vegetables, pack the vegetables, whose sales are going to plummet. Now you're going to have other industries who don't employ either migrant workers or H-2A workers who are going to have layoffs. This is all under Republican leadership, not just from the White House, but from the Republicans that were elected in the state of Texas. And if you think this is going to stop at Texas, you've got another thing coming. And you want to know which farms are going to be impacted further down the road? They're going to be safe for now. There's a small percentage of farmers who are actually Democrats. And they understand how important it is to protect their employees, take care of their employees. Those employees who feel safe will keep showing up for work because they know the owners have their backs, which says something about these other farms where the employees are like, I'm too scared to show up. Let me add this final thing. This is going to impact farmers. They're at risk of going out of business. Who's going to jump in? The federal government to compensate them with our tax dollars. So now our tax dollars is going to be used to cover the bullshit leadership of this administration on top of the overwhelming increasing tax dollars being used by this administration to scare, to deport, to imprison people with brown skin. Like our tax dollars are not helping everyday Americans at all. And this is just the beginning under Republican leadership. Share this video.
Dozens of Texas farms has just shut down. Just like that, overnight, gone dark. Why? Because the people who work those fields, the very ones who put food on your table, have vanished. Let that be clear. They wasn't adopted. They didn't quit to go find easy jobs. They left because staying meant risking everything. Raids, arrest, deportation, even when they had work permits. Let that sink in. Legal or not, the system doesn't care. If you look like a migrant, you are a target. Now these farms, these massive food-producing operations, they are sitting idle. Fields full of fruits and vegetables rotting under the Texas sun. Livestock wandering, underfed. Entire operations brought to their knees because America cracked down on the very hands that feed it. This isn't a Texas story. It's not even a farm story. It's a national emergency in slow motion. Because when the workforce disappears, so does your food. And yes, your food, not everyone else. Not just fancy restaurants or bunk markets. We are talking about your dinner, your child's school lunch, your weekend cookout. Do you think food prices are high now? Just wait. America's food system doesn't run on machines. It runs on migrant labor. Human beings who wake up before sunrise to blend over in the fields, who withstand unbearable heat, who move with speed and precious that you can get a fresh salad for $5. And instead of protecting them, we have vilified them. We have made policy that chase them away like criminals while pretending they are the problem. And now the real problem is here, staring us in the face. No workers, no food. And here is the irony. The same people who scream American first are now watching Americans' farms fall apart because they got exactly what they asked for. You said immigrants we are taking your jobs. Well, congratulations, those jobs are open. Those fields are empty. Go grab a bucket, go pick your strawberries. This is your moment. No more hiding behind. They are stealing from the system. No more hiding behind welfare checks funded by blue state tax dollars. You wanted the raids. You cheered for the deportations. Now get out there and try harvesting cantaloupes under 100-degree sun. Let's see how long that lasts. This is what happens when people who have never stepped foot on a farm, people who have never known what it means to do back-breaking labor for 10 hours straight, get to write the rules for the people who do. They wear suits, they attend state dinners, they pose for patriotic photo ops, but they wouldn't last 1 hour in a cornfield, and yet here they are controlling who gets to stay, who gets to work, and who gets to eat. What is happening in Texas is a symptom of something much larger, a system that is dangerously out of touch with the real backbone of America. Because guess what? You can't deport your way to full grocery shelves, you can't arrest your way to fresh milk, and you can't fear Morgan your way to a stable food economy. We need migrant workers, period, and not just as warm bodies for labor. We need them protected, paid fairly, respected. They are not invaders, they are not bonders, they are the ones making sure America eats. And if we keep pushing them out, all we will be left is with empty field, dead livestock, and luxury price produce that no one can afford. This isn't about politics anymore, it's about survival. Your food doesn't magically appear. It doesn't come from a warehouse. It starts with hands, human hands, brown hands, migrant hands, and those hands are disappearing. So unless something changes, unless we start treating this workforce like the essential lifeline then we are all going to learn a very hard lesson. Crops doesn't pick themselves, cows doesn't feed themselves, chicken don't clean their own pens, and once the workforce is gone, your food is next.
And if you have watched up to this extent, thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. Alright, lovely. See you when I upload the next video.